Hello guys, my name is Mohammad Arshad Ansari, and in this video we are going to cover the topics union compatibility and SQL operators. SQL operators are of four types: union, union all, intersect and minus. Now something about SQL operators. SQL operators are equivalent to the set operation in mathematics. So all set operation can be performed over relations. Why? Because relation, we can define relation as set of tuples. So we can apply all the set operations over relations. As stated before, they are of four types: union, union all, intersect and minus. Union, intersect and minus are widely used in SQL queries. Now it's something important. Set operation can be performed over two relations only when the two relations satisfy certain conditions. Now here an important concept comes, which is of union compatibility. So the two relation must be union compatible in order to perform SQL operators. So what are these two conditions? So here we can state the first condition which the two relations satisfy is that both the relations should be of same degree, means the attributes of both the relations should be same. Second condition, domain of ith attribute of R1 and ith attribute of R2 must be same for all I. Simply mean that domain of both the attributes should be same. It will be more clear with the examples. So let's move on to examples. So here we created two tables: student information and student achievements. You can say the attributes which student information contains is roll number, student name, marks and state, and likewise student achievement include roll number, achievement name and position. So the first query which we have is selecting all from student information union selecting all from student achievement. So let's take it set 1 and set B. Then we are applying a set operation which is union in it. So it should satisfy both the conditions. So checking the first condition. So we check the first condition. We are selecting all from this and union it with this. So it won't happen because it failed to satisfy the first condition, because it has 4 columns and there it has 3 columns. So it won't work. So that's why this query block has incorrect number of result column, which is nothing but it is not satisfying the first condition. So it won't work. Moving on to example number 2, we are selecting S name from student information where marks is greater than 90 and selecting unioning it with selecting roll number from student achievement where position is 1. So here when we see the checking the first condition, it will satisfy, but it fails on the second condition, which is domain should be same. So here S name, which is a student name, and the second set is containing roll number, which is having integer thing. So we cannot union it because the domain of S name and roll number are different. So we cannot, they are not union compatible. So the query which is used should contain should satisfy both the condition in order to say that they are union compatible, and in order to perform the set operations on them. So it simply says that expression must have same data type. So their data types are different. We can say that their data types are different. That's why it's not working. So that's what union compatible is. So it's need to be, two relation need to be union compatible if you need to perform any set of operation on them. So that's it. Now Shivam will tell more about union operators.
So let us now understand the union operator. Well, the union operator in SQL works exactly the same way the union operator works in mathematics. If you have two queries, we can compare it with two sets like set A and set B. So if we get a set A from query 1 and set B from query 2 and we apply union operator, then the resultant set will comprise of the elements which are the union of both set A and set B. That means the resultant set will comprise of the elements of set A as well as the elements of set B. In SQL, the union clause combines the result of two SQL queries into a single table of all matching rows. The two queries must result in the same number of columns and compatible data types in order to unite. And also we must remember that any duplicate records are removed unless union all is used. So now let us go through an example. Here we have two tables, student info and student achievements. Student info consists of roll number, student name, marks and the state, whereas student achievements consist of roll number, achievement name and the position secured in that particular competition. So the query given here is select student name from student information table where marks is greater than 95. So this first query gives us a particular set 1. So let us understand what does the set 1 consists of. It is student name from the student info table where marks is greater than 95. That means the marks is greater than 95 and it is from student info table. So this set 1 comprises of the element Harshika and Arshad, whereas the set 2 select student name from student info table and student achievements table where the position secured is equal to 1. Well, in student achievement table, the position 1 is secured by 3 people here who are 103, 105 and 101, which means 105 is Anamika, 103 is Arshad and 101 is Shivam. So now after applying the union operator here, the resultant set which we will get are Anamika, Arshad, Harshika and Shivam, which are the elements of set A as well as set B. Now let us understand about the union all operator. Well, as I said before, that if we want to keep any duplicate record, if we don't want it to be removed, then we must use union all operator. Now here, as you can see in the query, select roll number and student name from student information table where marks is greater than 95, union select roll number and student name from student information and student achievement table where the position is equal to 1. The resultant set comprises of Shivam, Harshika, Arshad and Anamika, whereas in the same set of queries, if we use the operator union all, we get Arshad 2 times, which means there is a duplicate record and it is being repeated, whereas in union that duplicate record is removed. Let us now analyze what were the sets which were being applied by the operator union all. Well, as we can see from the table that Arshad has marks greater than 95 as well as he secured position 1 in achievement. So he got position 1 in dancing. That's why Arshad name was there in the resultant set 2 times, because we were displaying the names of the student who have marks 95 and also we were displaying the names of the student who got the position equal to 1. Now let us discuss about the intersect operator. Well, in an intersect operator, if we have 2 sets, set A and set B, the resultant set would be the intersection of both set A and set B. That means the resultant set will comprise of the elements which are common to both set A and set B, which we derived from the query 1 and query 2 respectively. The SQL intersect operator takes the result of 2 queries and return only rows that appear in both result sets. For the purpose of duplicate removal, intersect operator does not distinguish between nulls. Also, we must remember that all command is not supported with intersect. So there is nothing so called as intersect all. If you try to use that command in SQL, then it will give an error. Now let us go through an example. The query given here is select student name from student information table where marks is greater than 90, which we are intersecting with the other query select student name from student information table where state is equal to UP. So the first query which we can analyze from the table here gives us the elements of the student's name whose marks are greater than 90, which are Shivam, Harshika, Arshad and Anamika. And the second query is the student name whose state is UP, which is Harshika and Arshad. And hence when we intersect between the given two queries, the common elements for both the sets, Arshad and Harshika, are displayed. Also, we must remember that MySQL does not support the intersect operator. So if you go and try the intersect operator in MySQL or in MariaDB, then it won't support until and unless a new updated version of MySQL is released where intersect might be supported. It's a command exclusively supported by Oracle for now. Now the minus operator would be explained by Anas Safi.
The minus operator is one of the three set operators in the SQL standard that includes union operator, intersect operator, and minus operator. The SQL minus operator is used to return all rows in the first select statement that are not written by the second select statement. It means minus operator compares result of two queries and returns distinct rows from the first query that are not written by the second query. Each select statement will define a data set. The minus operator will retrieve all records from the first data set and then remove from the results all records from the second data set. To understand this point, have a look at this diagram. Suppose the query 1 represents data set 1 and query 2 represents data set 2. The minus operator will return the records in the purple shaded area. These are the records that exist in data set 1 and not in data set 2. To understand the use of minus operator, let's take an example. Here we have a table named as student info. It contains information of the students, their roll numbers, their names, their marks and their state. So here we have used minus operator. Select as name from student info where marks is greater than X. So the first select statement select all those students who have got more than 90 marks. From the table it can be observed that there are 4 students who have got more than 90 marks. And those students are Shivam, Harshika, Arshad and Anamika. So the first select statement selects 4 students, Shivam, Harshika, Arshad and Anamika. Minus select as a student's name from student info where state is equal to UP. The second select statement select all those students who belong to the state UP. From the table it can be seen that there are 2 students who belong to the state UP, Harshika and Arshad. So these 2 students get subtracted from the previous 4 students and as a result we get Shivam and Anamika. So it can be seen that when we compile this query we get Anamika and Shivam as a result. Some points related to minus operator and MySQL. MySQL does not support the minus operator. It means if you will use the minus operator in MySQL, then it will not run. But we have an alternative for it. We can use the except operator on the place of minus operator. The except operator in MySQL works same as the minus operator does in MySQL. The way of using except operator is exactly same as the minus operator in Oracle.
Let us summarize what we have learned in this video. We have learned about the topics like union compatibility and SQL operators, and we have learned about union all, intersect and minus set operators. We have understood that before applying any operator in SQL to SQL queries, it should be union compatible. That means that the relation R1 and R2 must be of the same degree, and also the given data types should have the same domain. We have learned about the union operators, and we have also understood that the union operators in SQL queries is similar to that of one in mathematics. We have understood that the resultant set would comprise of elements of both set A and set B. We have also discussed about the intersect operator, and we have understood that the resultant set would comprise of the elements which are common to both set A and set B. We have also discussed about the minus operators, and that the resultant set of the minus operator would comprise of the elements of set A minus the elements which are common to both set A and set B. We have also discussed about that the intersect operator and the minus operator doesn't work in MySQL, and that the intersect operator is exclusively supported by Oracle, and also the minus operator has another name called as except operator in MySQL. But remember, it is the latest version of MySQL which supports the except operator, not the older versions. Well, thank you and see you next time.